But don't forget, it's currently a $3 trillion asset. I think it goes to 100 trillion. The only way it gets there is to have more larger and larger pools of capital coming into the space. The game is to try and get some excess income. But if you don't invest, then you're always having to work for that excess income.
Yeah.
And you're not compounding the ability. This will make a higher return building any business you will ever build. These fancy SaaS businesses, they grow at like 50% a year. That's an amazing business. This thing grows at 150% a year.
Renowned investor Raoul has released a bold new forecast for the crypto industry, predicting that Bitcoin could grow by a staggering 30 times its current value. But according to Powell, this is only the start of a much larger trend. As the digital asset space continues to evolve, understanding these market shifts could be key to unlocking major financial opportunities. Take a look at this next clip to hear a breakdown of Powell's analysis and explore what it means for the future of crypto. Also, if you enjoy listening to crypto-related content, please show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel by following the link in my bio, and get access to my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox. Each newsletter contains on-chain data, forecasts and expert predictions. All of this is available free of charge. It only takes a moment to sign up and you can always change your mind later. Now back over to Raoul.
It doesn't really matter. I know people want the validation. Regulation helps because it stops governments shutting down your business in a different country. So yes, it helps, but don't forget, it's currently a $3 trillion asset. I think it goes to 100 trillion. The only way it gets there is to have more larger and larger pools of capital coming into the space. But if you think of it in those terms, it's still only 3% of the journey to where it's going to in the next 10 years. It goes up 30x from here. Again, people don't realize that. Am I too late? Bitcoin's at $100,000. Am I too? It's 3%. And it's therefore it should go up 33x from here. Okay, find me anything else. Assume that I'm wrong by 50%. It goes up 15x from here. Find me another investment anywhere in the world that will unfuck your future like this. It doesn't exist. Certainly not one you've got access to. Yes, but that has a massive risk profile of loss of life.
Yeah.
Right, so I understand, like people in economic hard times choose extreme situations. Now, given the choice, let's say you are on a border town in Mexico, right, and you can either work for the cartel and get a decent living, but you've got risk of death. You can probably make higher percentage, you will make higher percentage returns in crypto and not have to have risk of death. So really, it kind of should force a lot of people out of other industries, more illegal industries where people need to make money, because the reality is people in the drug business aren't bad people necessarily. The system is bad of what they're doing, but really they're just individuals trying to unfuck their future. If you're in cocoa farms in Peru, you're not thinking that your farming is killing kids in nightclubs in Chicago. You're like, I need to make a living, pay for my kids. I don't want my kids to die off, So the incentivization structure is very different. But here we've got something that can get you out of that. And I see it here. The guy who cuts my hair is from the Philippines, and all the guys in the barbershop are all Filipinos. And they're all crazy crypto dudes. What got you into this? And Asians like gambling. Okay, I get that. But he's like, what's simple is we send money home to our parents. Or to our families, remittance payments.
Yep.
And we just learned that crypto was the easiest rail, so we all opened a Binance account.
Yeah, P2P, and that's it.
And then once I've got a Binance account, I'm like, what's this? Oh, this is going up, and then they're in.
Right.
And so these are pretty simple folk from the Philippines. I mean, my barber here in the Cayman Islands, if you haven't got a permanent residency, every 7 or 9 years, you have to leave for a year and come back and reapply for your permit. And he'd been off for a year. And I just saw him last week. I'm like, Jules, what have you been up to? Were you working in the Philippines? It's like, no. So why not? He goes, Solana. He's like, I didn't need to work. He goes, I made 10x in Solana. I spent a bit of that. Didn't work. So I spent a year with my family doing some good stuff, traded a bit of crypto. I'm like, that's the empowerment.
That's what you call the lifestyle chips.
This is a barber from the Philippines that's working in the Cayman Islands, and he can not work for a year because of his investments. That's La La Land. Go to a barber in New York City and say, hey, you're not going to work for a year. Can you survive? No. Zero.
Not even for a week.
You can earn income.
Right.
The game is to try and get some excess income. But if you don't invest, then you're always having to work for that excess income.
Yeah.
And you're not compounding the ability to get somewhere different in life that you want to.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to access my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox.